Hey everybody and welcome. It is I, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seeby. And happy Thursday, guys. And Thursday is always our class that we like to call Picture This. Picture This is when I give you an image, a photograph, a painting, a comic strip. It could be anything, any image whatsoever. And your job is to write a chorus, a song chorus, or a poem. I just want you to be creative. I would love it if it was a song, but if it's not a song, that's okay too. You're more than happy just to write something based on the image that I present to you. There's nothing wrong with that, and you write whatever you want. You know, the reason that we do this, this exercise is just looking at a photograph can just spark creativity from you. So, so many things are, everything around us, whether we like them or not even, is an inspiration, is sort of like, it's an influence. Everything around you. You can pick things up subliminally. I mean, I've heard songs while I was half asleep, and when I woke up, I thought I heard a song idea, but it was really a song I heard playing while I was kind of subliminally unconscious, just right under the surface of awareness. And I must have heard a song, and when I woke up later, thought, oh, that's kind of cool. And then later on, I realized, whoa, that's someone else's song. And then I got to put the kibosh on it. But that does happen. So everything around us can be influential. And I say this every week, but it really matters because you don't always feel creative. I know I don't. I don't always feel creative. And so you have to, on a moment's notice, spark creativity and just get it going. And it's not always easy to do, especially if your mind isn't open. Sometimes we're like a tuning fork to the universe and we hear stuff and it just comes flying out of us and you can't grab a pen and paper fast enough or a tape recorder or your phone recorder to get it down fast enough. And then there's other times that you could put a gun to my head and say, write a song, and I couldn't, So I need sources of stimulation from outside of my own head to try to come up with things. And I think everyone does. And I think this has been so successful in the way I've turned things into instant, ideas, knowing how to tap into those things. So movies will do it to me. Other songs, of course, will do it to me. Going to a live show will do it for me. Looking at a painting will do it for me. Like I'll see a painting and pretty soon I'm daydreaming. I'm in the painting. I'm daydreaming. I'm in the painting. And suddenly you have all these great ideas for, in my case, for songs. So, for some people, it's just creative writing and poetry. And that's fine. So, and the rules in this are, the only rules I have in this is it's got to rhyme. It's a song, it's an idea for a song. It's got to make sense. It's got to tell a story. Now, whatever that picture makes you think about, that's entirely up to you. I tell you this all the time. It could be a picture of a palm tree. If it makes you think about your grandma, because you went to Hawaii with your grandma, years ago, then write about that. It doesn't necessarily have to be the image. It's what it makes you think about the image. But it's always good to try to include the image into the storyline. You know what I mean? But I want you to use it as just a stepping stone to unlock a part of your brain when you see these things to give you food for thought so that you can write something, because like I said, I'm not always creative. And if I have a writing session, I get a phone call and someone says, hey, are you free tonight? You want to write tonight? Can we work tonight? I'll say, sure, I'll never, turn that down. It's always, unless I'm already booked, but I'm saying, that's money to be made. So you want to make money doing that. So, someone says, hey, I want to come over tonight. You want to work? I'm like, sure. But, maybe I'm not feeling all that, that creative. So, where do these people are coming and paying you money to be creative for them, or to work with them together. And sometimes their energy alone can jumpstart you to be creative. And then other times, if that person's shy or you're just meeting them and you don't know them really well and you're trying to break the ice, these are like nice little Jedi mind tricks to kind of get you to that place that you need to go in order to write a song. So, so I love putting images out there for people to see and, and then just, and here's the way I love to do it. And I'll tell you this is the way I do it. There's no wrong or right way, even for the concentration part of it. I want, when I show you the picture, what I want you to do is I want you to stare at that photograph and stare at it until you literally don't see the picture anymore. You're kind of daydreaming. And then when you pull back out of that daydream and come back to this chair where you're sitting at, after you're done looking at that picture, I want you to try to write down everything you saw when everything here dissolved. And I want you to just, don't even worry about rhyming in the song and the story yet. Just write down everything you saw. Write down everything you saw when you went away up here, okay? Write it down. And then start to look at some of the things there. And if it starts to make some sort of, you can see it's bringing you somewhere. You're telling a story. A photograph is a still image of, we don't know what happened before it. We don't know what happened after it. We only see that frozen moment in time in that picture. And then we go from that. You know what I mean? So, all right. So without further ado, I'm done talking. I'm going to show you the photograph right now. So here it is. All right. So you see the picture. I don't know if it's a real photograph or it's a drawing. I can't really tell. It's kind of because it's out of focus, but it's a woman in a doorway. And I thought that was really a cool picture. Like I was just going through pictures and that came up and I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it. And I started to, again, I go into my daydream. I stare at the picture till I fade away from here, and I'm in the picture and I'm in a daydream and I'm thinking of all these scenarios based on that picture. When I pull back out and I'm back in my chair and I'm conscious again, like listening, like, all right, what did I get from that? So what I did was I looked at the picture, daydreamed. When I came back, I imagined that this was a woman that I've been with for a while. And I've been selfish and neglecting of things that she wanted in my dream. My life is so busy. I didn't have time for her. I didn't give her the attention that she was looking for. And I always thought, oh, next week I'll do it. Next week. And finally, she comes to me and says, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And she has said that before in my imagination. She said that before, but never said it this way. And I knew this time was serious. And that's what I wrote about. So I'm going to read you what I wrote for that exact picture. She's standing in the doorway, said she's never coming back. She's told me this before, but it never felt like that. I could tell that this was final. I could see this time was real. So careless in my selfish ways, so blind to how she feels. And I guess I would sing, she's never coming back. That would be my tag, you know, if this was a chorus. Now, I haven't written a melody yet, but I wrote the words. But I will write a melody for this, and I do have a cadence, though. I have a cadence, you know. She's standing in the doorway. She said she's never coming back. She told me this before, but it never felt like that. I could tell that this was final. I could see this time was real. So careless in my selfish ways, so blind to how she feels. She's never coming back. She said she's never coming back. So that's, you know, that's what I'm hearing for this. But, yeah, that's what I got out of it. So, you know, I don't know what you're going to write. I hope whatever you write, remember, it's got to rhyme. It's got to tell a story. It's got to make sense. Other than that, it's your baby. Run with it. All right, guys, that is all the time that we have left. This is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Sebi. I love you guys. I can't wait to talk with you guys in class when we do our live Zoom, and we can talk about this. All right, guys, that is it. Have a great night. Love you. Peace.